Miratas. Oh, it's an absolute stunner. Sydney Olympic have the lead. Miyazawa. Oh, what a goal! An absolute stunning strike from Miyazawa.
Well, mate, once you get to a grand final, you shouldn't need too much sort of revving up.
You know, we've got some incredibly good kids that, you know, have got a lot of imagination.
Into the area. Still going, Hatzi Miratas. Oh, what a strike.
They've got great engines, they work very hard for each other, they're very disciplined in what they do.
He sends it in, here's a big chance, it's the opening goal! It's Go Shirai!
Kieran Backus didn't train all week, he's very sick. Travis Major's very tight in the groins, a couple of the boys got a few little nigglies.
I think now, in the second half of the season, we've got the confidence to play and we trust what we do and how we play.
We've just got to manage our week off and make sure that we keep the boys mentally focused and pair them well.
There it is! 7, and he'll have to do it himself, and he does exactly that!
And a little bit you've got to let these guys off the leash. Once they start going, you know, they're enjoying watching.
After 25 rounds of high-quality football, only 2 teams are left standing. Blacktown City and Sydney Olympic finished 3rd and 4th on the regular season ladder. Now they're battling it out for the state's biggest prize. I'm Simon Hill and this is the IGA NPL New South Wales Men's 1 Grand Final 2014.
So Mark had the week off courtesy of the win over Bonnyrigg. Is that a help or a hindrance?
Hopefully it helped. We had a couple of boys that were a little bit tight and a bit sore. So hopefully the week off will have us nice and fresh and we'll probably come out of the blocks running, I would think, and hopefully run for the full 90.
Plenty of goals the last 3 games. What's been the secret to that?
Oh, we play good football. We do like to go forward. We are a very attacking side. So I think, if you can get yourself into that final third and get some shots on goal, hopefully they're going to find the net.
So Grant, the big day is finally here, grand final day. Proud moment for the club.
Yeah, very proud. It's probably been a little while since we've been in a grand final. I think 2011 the boys won in the New South Wales Premier League. So it's been a little while and it's a nice thing coming.
How are the boys travelling? They've played one more game than Blacktown this final series. It was a long one last weekend, 120 minutes. How are they coping physically?
Well, we'll find out. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a warm day today. I would have preferred yesterday in the in the wet, a little bit cooler temperatures. But we'll have to wait and see how much last week took out of them. 75 minutes with 10 men, made it difficult on the boys. So we'll just see how much petrol's left in the tank.
Time now to look at the Blacktown City FC lineup. They're in pretty good form coming into this. They've won their last 3 games. It's been spearheaded by their attacking front. They've scored 11 in their last 3 as well. And this man has been a big part of it. Mitchell Malia, the former Sydney FC man, he'll be looking for a big game today. So to the man alongside him, the number 9, Ruji Miyazawa, well in calculations for Player of the Year. It wasn't he that had his name on the trophy. It was that man, Travis Major, the number 7. We saw at the Football New South Wales Gala on Friday night. He was crowned the Player of the Season. And as I said, it could have gone to a number of these guys. That man, Kieran Backus, finished 2nd in the race. And he'll be looking for a big game today to put him in the shop window for a potential A-League stint. So too that man, Sasa Matsura, the rock in the centre of the park for Blacktown. He'll have a big job to do containing the likes of Shirai and Sawida and their run forward. Matthew Lewis completes the midfield. Jacob Posco-Liero, he's one of those players. He's had a little taste of the A-League. He's trialled with the Central Coast Mariners. He'll be at the heart of the defence. Yanni Fragioggianis, he'll provide the run down the flank. The former Sutherland Sharks man has had a great year. And Zachary Cancross, so experienced, the former Sydney FC man, co-captain of Blacktown City FC. His experience will be imperative today. And completing the back line, Giorgio Speranza. He played in the grand final last year with Rockdale, was suspended for the Waratah Cup. He takes his place today though. And Nenad Vekic had to compete for his place with Blake Tuxford. He gets the nod. Been tremendous in recent weeks. He'll have a big job to do for Blacktown today. Sydney Olympic, meanwhile, they're led at the front by Dimitri Hatzimartis. Plays the often lonely role as the central striker, but he will work for everything. He'll be supported by this man, Go Shirai. Scored last weekend, the opening goal. Certainly dangerous going forward. Michael Gatatsis, well, he comes in for William Angel, who's suspended. Was shown a 2nd yellow card last weekend. He'll miss today. Gatatsis will play instead. Ryan Kerr also returns. He confines Sparakis to the bench. He's been good in their run so far. Harris Gatatsis, well, Many thought Olympic would slide with Evan Kostopoulos making the move away. Gaitatsis has more than filled the void. He can find the back of the net, create. He is an influential player for Sydney Olympic. Taiga Soida, well, his combination with Go Shirai has been imperative to Sydney Olympic's run to the grand final. He'll have to be at his best today. Brendan Hooper will marshal the troops at centre back. And Braden Sorge, one of 2 Olympic players named in the Football New South Wales Team of the Year, and his runs from right back certainly sparked the Olympic attack. Their captain today, Peter Markovic, former Sydney United man, he returns to Endenza Park this afternoon. He could be lifting the trophy in 90 minutes' time. And Troy Danaskos at left, so dependable, can also add some spark down the left-hand flank. He'll be one to watch this afternoon. And in goal, so experienced, Paul Henderson, the 38-year-old, who's been here before with Olympic, played for some of the heavyweights of the old NSL. Has a big job to do, though, to stop the attack of Blacktown City FC. That is Sydney Olympic. Let's go to the Sydney United Sports Centre now for all the action.
Shirai is such a tricky player. Has such a good understanding with his compatriot Soeda. Watch out if those two get on the ball and start to combine together. This is Danaskos for Olympic. Not a bad ball in, but it's met purposefully by Zach Cairncross. Danaskos again. Out on the left is Hatzimuratis. Now Haris Gaitatsis on the turn. Oh, it comes back off the base of the post. Still alive for Hatzimuratis. And it's deflected behind for a Sydney Olympic corner. But a little glimpse there of the abilities of Haris Gaitatsis. Turned on a dime, fired in the shot. Only the post saved Blacktown. Veteran clubman who's departing Blacktown after this grand final to go and live on the Central Coast. He believes that it's an absolute scandal that Miyazawa hasn't been picked up by an A-League club, but of course he is a visa player, which creates an extra problem. Anyhow, this is Major. And now Marley are inside the penalty area. Blacktown look to try and set up a chance. Across the face it comes. And they'll tee it up for Kieran Backus to drive it. Took a deflection. In the back of the net it goes. And I think it is Ryuji Miyazawa who may have got the final touch. But what is not in doubt is that Blacktown City lead the grand final by a 1-0.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one again. I don't know for sure that Miyazawa wasn't in an offside position. It was definitely very close, but you can't do much about that. Paul Henderson, he was unsighted and just took a touch off Miyazawa. I don't think he knew too much about it either.
Can Fragoyanis find the right delivery for Blacktown? Already a goal to the good, courtesy of Ryuji Miyazawa. Kura's gone near post. That's where the ball is aimed. He flicks it up in the air and Henderson has to come out and punch. Marley will challenge Danaskos in the air. And the Olympic man wins it. Can the Dark Blues perhaps launch a counter of their own? Hatzimuratis. Now Haris Gaitatsis do a lot of their good work. Dropping deep towards halfway to try and set up the play initially. It's a clumsy challenge by Speranza on Braden Sorge. Stephen Lucas has just kind of a word with the Blacktown left fullback, who has had his issues with discipline this season. Picked up 5 yellow cards in the regular campaign. As we mentioned already, missed the Waratah Cup final through suspension.
Yeah, it's a silly challenge as well. There wasn't a lot on for Olympic, and now he's given them a good chance at a set piece.
And this would be an excellent time for Olympic to try and get themselves back into the game. They've got a whole clutch of players at that far post. Haris Gaitatsis with the delivery. It's did indeed find a blue jersey. I think it was maybe Markovic. This is Ryan Keir. Very much the glue that holds the Olympic midfield together. Danaskos looking for an option. Soeda provides one. Keir. Sorge starts his movement forwards. Here he is on the ball. Blonde-haired fullback with the ponytail. Little 1-2 with Gosharai. Good movement this by Olympic. Decent ball in. Punched away by Vekic. Another corner for Sydney Olympic.
And there's no secret that Brendan Sorge getting more influential in this game, and it's...
Corner's been taken quickly. Fired across, and the header is on target. And Nenad Vekic just about deals with it second time around. Brendan Hooper it was with the initial effort. And Vekic got 2 strong hands behind the initial save. Was then forced to back up and flip it over the top of the crossbar. South American heritage, and he has skills to match. Daniel Araujo needs to put in a shift here for Blacktown because they've been under the pump in this second half. Certainly in terms of weight of possession. Can Olympic find the chances? Harris Gaitaxis clips the ball in. Blacktown stand firm. Anywhere will do for Miyazawa. No outlet of Mitch Marlier now, of course. He's off the park. Blacktown have perhaps set their stall out to defend what they have. Soeda's ball in. Might drop for Tomaras. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Christos Tomaras! On the volley, an absolute peach. And we are tied up at 1-1 in the grand final.
Well, Nenad Vekic, he's been brilliant this afternoon. I don't know what he could have done about that. Tomaras, we mentioned he scored the winning penalty last weekend. Well, what a fortnight he's having. And what a game we have here. It's all Olympic. And Christos Tomaras hits it, and it's destined for the top corner as soon as he hits it. 1-1.
Well, that's just wonderful technique from Christos Tomaras. Nenad Vekic did not even smell it. This is Araujo. Soeda still full of energy, tracking back. Markovic spoons it up in the air. Cancos won it. We've almost played 2 minutes of stoppage time. And either team forge one last opportunity to win it in regulation. Here's Harris Gaitaxis. Low cross. Cancos, heavy first touch, and then Tomaras looking for his second. What would surely have been the winning goal. Can't get it past Vekic. Tomaras has gone down with an injury as well. Sydney Olympic have somewhat stopped. And Blacktown could perhaps go on and try and win it. The boozer from the Olympic fans. This is Matsura. And he's threaded it through for Miyazawa, but it's beyond the Japanese midfielder. And that might just be that. And Stephen Lucas is now going to have to run a full 90 metres to check on the welfare of Christos Tomaras. Here's his earlier effort. It was on the half volley, a difficult one to control. And the Blacktown defender got a piece of him as well.
Referee's job to stop the game.
Well, he stopped it for good now. 3 minutes of stoppage time is enough. And we will have extra time in the grand final. Launches one upfield for Goshirai. That's an intelligent header from the Japanese player into the path of Hatsumuratis, but Sydney can't make, or Sydney Olympic I should say, can't make any further progress. Instead it's Araujo. And now Travis Major inside the box. Travis Major scores! 16th goal of the season. Blacktown have the lead for the second time in the game. And Travis Major, the New South Wales National Premier League's Player of the Year, shows why he is so highly rated. Great finish.
Well, the tide turns again in this one, and Travis Major, that's why he's the Player of the Year. What a move it's been, transforming from a midfielder. He started as a defender, now playing as a number 9, and that's all he needs. Just gets off the shoulder of the defender, takes the touch, and then buries it past Henderson. I think we'll find Matsura dropping a little deeper too, just to provide some cover.
He has played stopper before, Shane DeCunha. His more favoured role is as a right fullback, still just 19 years of age, and he's been away with the young Socceroos, Paul Ocon's team, in recent weeks. I know Paul Ocon rates him very highly, maybe not necessarily as a central defender. Now that's a good piece of play from Kieran Bacchus to pick the pocket of Troy Danaskos. Danaskos has got back to help him. Oh, what a shot fired in by Bacchus, and that is a terrific save from Paul Henderson. Well, Bacchus may be playing on one leg, but he managed to find the energy there to show a clean pair of heels to Danaskos and then find the angle for the shot. A credit to Henderson. Fine stop. Now that's an error as they try to find Spirakis. Miyazawa said, I'll have that, and here's Travis Major. This could finish it. He's got a defender in front of him, and in the end he got caught between two stools, really. Should he shoot or lay it up for a teammate? He opted for the latter, and the pass was a tired one, as is that from Kieran Bacchus. Players really struggling. A hot day followed by an intense grand final. Can Sydney Olympic throw a counter punch? Soweda's ball, it's a good one. It's a really solid fist away from Nenad Vekic, and had to be too. Back it goes for Vekic, who's been excellent between the sticks for Blacktown. Big heave-ho forward. Markovic trying to play a captain's role, but he's given it away. It's 3-on-2 here for Blacktown, and Ryuji Miyazawa could seal it here. It's Miyazawa! Just wide.
Well, yeah.
What a run, and why didn't he square it up for Danny Choi?
It was 3-on-1 at the back. He had to seal it. He's blown the chance.
And instead, this is a mazy dribble from Daniel Araujo. One of the substitutes, of course, still full of energy. Now Travis Major, chance to clinch it. Good save by Henderson. Keeps Olympic alive in the grand final with less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, huge save from Henderson. Major, big chance to seal off what's been a terrific season for Blacktown. But
now Hatsumaratis at the other end to loft the cross in. One in the air by Poscolero. Two teams almost out on their feet. Danaskos prods it forward. It's a late challenge, but advantage played, even though there was a foul on Harris Gaitatis. The cross in by Soweda. Oh, glance off the crossbar from Brendan Hooper, who's had several opportunities in the air, and Sydney Olympic were that close to taking this grand final into penalties. Well, they're desperate now, though. This has got to be the last chance. 15 seconds to go. You may as well throw Paul Henderson up. It's all on this. Forward goes the ball towards Brendan Hooper, who wins it in the air. Vekic claims it, and that should just about be that. Blacktown City should be home and hosed for the championship. They are record breakers. Blacktown City win the title. A fitting reward over the course of the season for the attacking style of Mark Crittenden's team. And we should mention as well the departing club administrator Ken Shembry and their late team manager Tony Hardy, who passed away at the end of August. Celebrations for Blacktown. Disappointment though for Sydney Olympic, who fall at the final hurdle for the second time in 3 years. But boy, Adam Santarossa, they gave it their all today.
Yeah, what a game. You know, it's so often grand finals they fail to live up to the hype, and this one we thought it'd be a goal fest, but you know, it became a bit of a chess game, and well, I don't think any fan walking out of the Sydney United Sports Centre today will have any concerns about the quality of football they're seeing, and really it epitomises this competition. There's always late drama, there's real quality, it's end to end, and it's a great promotion for this game and this league.
Firstly, commiserations to the Olympics. Thanks for such a great game. Every time we played you, pushed us right to the edge, and we were able to stuck around and get it. So, thanks for the game. To our fans, we know there's not many of them. We appreciate that you come out to the games and cheer us on. Thank you very much. To GC, thanks for a great year. And we won the World Cup, we won this, and you pushed us every week in training, and we're very thankful for that. Second last to Ken Shembry. He's been a part of the club for God knows how long. This is his last game with Blacktown, so it's great to set him out with a win. Thanks, Kenny. And lastly, to our boys, couldn't pick that bunch of boys to play with. 4 years, it's been unreal, and to get the win today is phenomenal. So thanks, boys.
That's all we have time for on this week's show. For all the latest information concerning the IGA National Premier League's New South Wales Men's 1, head to the website nplnewsouthwales.com.au.